It's Black Friday season again. And while it's amazing for consumers like me, it can also be an absolute nightmare for anyone working in the supply chain. Here in the Netherlands, PostNL processed 18 million parcels during the Black Friday period in 2023. That's an average of 1 parcel per citizen. And they still delivered 96% within 24 hours. Across Europe, logistics volumes jump up to 60% higher than on a normal day. In this video, I want to walk you through the 3 biggest challenges companies face during this peak period and how Celonis can help solve them. The first challenge is forecasting and planning. Black Friday discounts shouldn't be random. To offer the right discount on the right product at the right time, you need to break down silos. Warehousing, marketing, and sales need to work together. For example, you want to offer big discounts on items that have been stuck in the warehouse too long or on products with the highest margins. A second major challenge is supply shortages. This happens when the right items aren't in the right location at the right time. This is hard to predict because sales trends tend to be extremely local. That's why material relocation is crucial to keep stock flexible and customers happy. And a third challenge that might arise is the morning after effect. If forecasting or relocation goes wrong, you might not sell what you plan to sell, and you end up with excess stock that should have been moved on Black Friday. To tackle these challenges, I'll show you 2 Celonis solutions. Celonis helps organizations detect shortages before they happen, move stock to where it's needed most, and reduce excess inventory. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, or follow us on LinkedIn. Let's dive into the demos. So let me take you into Celonis. We're looking at the Process Explorer, the heart of Celonis. And what we can see here is a picking order. Just for context, a picking order is basically what happens inside a warehouse. So whenever I order this power bank, right, someone in the warehouse actually gets an order. They print it out or they look on the screen, best case, right? And then they go into the warehouse, look for the shelf where my power bank is located, pick it, put it into a box, and send it out to me. So this is the process that we're looking at, right? We can really see this. Here the picking order is created, then it's released, so the system says, yes, this is actually an actual order. We start the picking, so this is the person starting to walk towards the shelf. At some point, the picking is ended. We load the order on the truck, and then we dispatch it, right? The truck leaves the premises. And this is, let's say, a typical process and a very vulnerable process as well. So I was just talking about PostNL doing this 18 million times in a single day. So we really have to make sure everything goes smoothly. With Celonis, we can now actually analyze this process. We have this digital twin, right? We can see how long it takes us between the steps and how often things occur. So, for example, we know that in total, across the time that we're looking at, we did this 1.9 million times. So PostNL actually has a bit of an edge on us here. But what we can also do is we can analyze this process, right? So in this, what we're seeing here is the so-called happy path, right? So best case scenario, it flows like this. We're all happy. My parcel arrives on time, I still get a nice Black Friday discount, all good. But in reality, this is of course not the case. We can see that in Celonis by extending the number of events here. And immediately we can see one inefficiency, and that is a short pick. What's a short pick, you might ask? It's actually this situation where, imagine I ordered these 3 items here, the person goes and this wine opener is out of stock, right? So they can't actually pick it, so they can't also deliver it to me. That's what we call a short pick. In this case, we can also see Celonis gives me a number on this. So this is happening in 30% of the times, right? And this is not good. We want our goods to arrive on time at our customers, especially during Black Friday. So we could stop right here, tell our warehousing department, hey, go fix this. But they will probably point fingers to a different department, right? It's actually not their fault. I mean, maybe it's purchasing, right? Maybe it's planning, maybe it's forecasting, right? The problem probably lies somewhere upstream. So we can investigate that. I'm curious as well. So let me add the inbound shipment activity. Let me also add the purchase order activity. So that's all of the upstream processes. And let me also filter on the short picks because I want to analyze those cases only. Now I can see the purchase order activity, so everything that we do in order to get the goods into our warehouse, right? From creating a purchase order to paying the invoice. But importantly, I can also see the inbound shipment activities. So it's everything that's happening from our vendors, on the trucks to our warehouse. And if we look at the process closely, we can actually see something that's, we don't like, and this is late delivery. So in this case, because I'm filtered also now on the short picking, actually 100% of our inbound orders are delayed. That's probably the reason why we don't have stuff in our warehouses. So our suppliers deliver late to us, and therefore we will deliver late to our customers. And we want to avoid that. So what can we actually do about it? Knowing this, of course, we can adjust our planning, our forecasting, and our inventory strategy. But Black Friday is just a couple days from now. So what can I do right now to make sure I have the right products in the right place at the right time? Let me show you the intelligent inventory allocation app from Celonis. Here we have a snapshot of all of our inventory at all of the different locations that we have for all of the different products that we have. So Celonis analyzes our entire inventory across all of the different locations, and it will identify locations where we actually have too much inventory and suggest locations where we can ship that inventory to where we might have too little of it. So starting from the top with the highest optimization potential, we have lavender soap. The excess inventory rate of lavender soap in our case is 82%. And by clicking on it, I can actually get recommendations from Celonis where to allocate that inventory to. So in this case, Westwood Distributors has way too much lavender soap, but other locations might actually need the lavender soap to fulfill demand on Black Friday. So in this case, we can see Fresh Up Logistics, Highland Hills Depot, and other locations actually need more than 300 pieces of lavender soap, and we have that too much. So instead of sitting on that unused inventory at Westwood Distributors, might as well allocate it to those locations. So what I can do right now is click on here, execute the stock transfer right in SAP, and have all of those different items relocated to the different locations. Not only did I just save the company 350K with one click, but we'll also have some very happy customers on Black Friday, and they'll smell lovely of lavender soap after. This is a really common issue, and then we can see if I zoom out again, right, and look at the entire company, there's actually an optimization potential of 60 million in total. We see that at a lot of customers. If you're struggling with a similar situation and you want us to support you in optimizing your inventory strategy, especially in these busy times, reach out to us, request a demo, we're happy to help. If you like this video and you want to learn more about Celonis or see more cool demos, like this video, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn, and see you in the next one.